Well, it's Trucking Tuesday. We're getting up, getting motivated, getting ready to head down to St. Louis. We have a load of bar on. It's Rusty Bar that was sitting outside at a port in Chicago. So it's got a lot of surface rust on it. But the customer I go to in St. Louis said they want all material coming in tarped. All material tarped. The guy that unloads, he's like, they don't need to be tarped unless it's shiny bar, clean bar. He said, they don't need to be tarped. I said, but if you're not here, somebody else might complain and reject the load. I've already ran into that issue once already where if I didn't have the load tarped and didn't have picture and video proof of it being tarped, I would have bought a load. So I told him, I said, all it takes is you not being here. Ironically, the guy's name's Dave. I can't imagine going in there and somebody saying, where's Dave at? And somebody come back, Dave's not here, man. Surprised that thing ain't hooked up to a truck. Make some money. Today might be one of those days we take a nap. I must have been pretty active last night when I was sleeping, because I got up and I always sleep with my curtains. I got curtains that wrap around the front here. I always sleep with them closed. They were just about pulled all the way open this morning. I don't remember getting up doing that. Must have been sleepwalking or sleep opening curtains or something. Alright, let's see how bad we choked and smothered this bar. All them bars and not a single drink. This guy still gets the job done even though he's ready to snap. Well, I didn't choke it and smother it enough for it to turn blue. Still rusty, so guess I should have choked it and smothered it worse. For those that don't understand what I mean when I say I choked it, take a strap, throw it across, loop it back up under, back across. As you tighten it, it basically works kind of like a band here. Cranks them down, makes it one big bundle, basically. I just had to ask Dave if he's a Van Halen or a Van Hagar fan. His answer was both. You can't go wrong with Van Halen or Van Hagar. Depends on what mood you're in for the music. All right, we're getting ready to roll out of here. Empty. Diamond Dave said, get on out of here. That's what we're doing. We're going to head down to Tennessee, reload, and then we're going to Salina, Kansas. Stomach's choking my backbone, so we're going to get us a bite. I know these won't be as good as mine, but something's better than nothing. Alright, let's see about getting loaded. They busy. Good old T-Bird. Time to choke it and smother it. We got her done, old son. The last of a semi-clean truck for at least a week. loves fuel. Down the King parking lot. Yeah, unfortunately, I gotta fix some straps real quick. Had a tractor down by Kennett, Missouri. Oh, I should say a harvester. Probably 12 foot, 14 foot wide. Sucker decided he was gonna come on over to my lane without much warning, and I really didn't have a lot of room to slow down to start with. And, you know, running 65 mile an hour and he's maybe doing 35, a big speed difference, and he just started over into my lane, and I had to get on the brakes pretty hard, and pallet slid forward. I don't know how far they actually slid, but they slid forward just, you know, maybe a foot or two, but my straps are all at an angle, so I'm gonna fix them real quick. Now that unnecessary mess is cleaned up. I do have a love-hate relationship with farmers during harvest season. I try to give them all the room I can going down the road, but I honestly thought this guy was staying over to the right, and I had pretty good momentum on him. I was definitely running 65, and he might have only been doing 40 top speed. So there was a pretty big speed gap right there to start with. But I did not expect him to try to come all the way over into my lane. I was trying to give him a little bit of room because I didn't realize he needed both lanes completely at the time he needed it. I honestly thought he was going to be able to just stay more in his lane, but he decided he wanted to try to take up the whole road, I guess. But, you know, if I was trying to haul the equipment that he had as wide as that piece of equipment was, I'd have to have escorts front and rear, probably a police escort. So you got 3 different oversizes here. All 3 of them, actually, the 2 flatbeds are probably just as wide as the harvester was, but this guy here not as wide. And all of them had to have escorts. Fireball's all settled in for the night at the Lover Boys in Willow Springs. Time for me to get settled in for tonight. Y'all stay safe, God bless you, and we'll catch you later.